Good morning, everybody. My name is Marisol Vasquez, and I am part of the Laredo Birding Festival Planning Committee. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful morning for our 13th annual Laredo Birding Festival press conference. We are standing here today in front of a stunning mural that was painted by artist Tony Briones III that showcases the beauty of our Rio Grande. The Rio Grande is our lifeline, as it serves as a critical component for the arid region, fostering diverse ecosystems that support a wide range of plant and animal species. Its waters create riparian habitats and wetlands that are vital for migratory birds, rare wildlife, and endemic species, making the biodiversity here in Laredo a hotspot that attracts bird enthusiasts from all over the world. I would like to acknowledge City Council Member Rick Garza, who's here with us today. Thank you for your support and your commitment to the ecotourism and conservation in District 4. I also want to thank the Rio Grande International Studies Center, Montemucho Audubon Society, and the Center for Visitors and Bureau. So today, I'm here to tell you some features and highlights of the Laredo Birding Festival. As of today, nearly all trips are almost sold out. We will welcome over 150 birders from all over the world that promote ecotourism and boost the regional economy for local businesses. This year's special guest speaker for our keynote is Greg Miller. He's known for his impressive achievement of documenting over 700 bird species and inspiring the film The Big Year. And Black Jack came out in that. I think it's a great film. Our other guest speakers, it's the father and son duo, Dr. Timothy Brush and John Brush. They will highlight the region's historical context and provide a dive deep into that. And now, I would like to introduce Mr. John Kelly from the Montemucho Audubon Society to say a few words. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for coming. I wanted to start off with just kind of thanking everybody because the festival itself is really put together. It's a lot of people. The City of Laredo, the Parks Department, City Councilmen, ranchers. Some of the ranchers are here. They're going to speak later. One of the ranchers, Nick Benavides, he's been with us for almost 15 years. So we really appreciate the ranchers. So I'm here to give you a little history. The name of our group is Montemucho Audubon Society, and it was started around 2007. It was the very first bird festival. We went for quite a few years, struggling as a small birding group to run the festival. So 13 years ago, we met up with RISC, and we thank them very much. So that collaboration has been going on for 13 years now, and it's gone very well. The festival, we had 50 or 60 people prior to going with RISC, and Montemucho, we couldn't handle it by ourselves. Now, as she mentioned, we're up to 150, 160 people, and everything has been fantastic every year. So kind of a history of Montemucho and the festival. James Haley, Jim as we call him, and Susan Foster, they first started the festival back in 07. It went from 07 to 2011. Then in 2012, we kind of had an off year. It was some bad weather and etc. And then the next year we joined with RISC, and we've been going on for 13 years since then. Kind of our festival is very unique with people that go to other kind of festivals because we use small vans and we go to all these private ranchers. And as I had thanked them before, they're an integral part of our thing. We do go to the state parks, we do go to some public areas, but the main focus of is private ranches. And the people that come to our festival would have no possibility to get to these ranches without the festival. So the ranchers we're thankful to them, and these people get a great experience. They're not in a large bus, and they're not left alone. They have a guide, they have a local person, and it's 10 to 12 people, so it's very intimate. And that's one of the unique things about the Laredo Festival, and we get a lot of feedback on that everyone really likes that about the Laredo Festival. guess that's it. If there's any questions, I'd love to answer them.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. John Kelly. Now I'd like to introduce Ms. Ashley Garcia from the Rio Grande International Study Center to say a few words.
Hi, good morning, everyone. So as mentioned before, thank you to everyone who joined us this morning. Again, my name is Ashley Garcia. I'm the STEAM and Community Engagement Manager here with the RISC, and we're excited to announce that we are still accepting submissions for one of the largest bird art contests in South Texas, which is the Birds of the Brush Art Contest. So just so you know, this program is a companion event that coincides with the Laredo Birding Festival. This dynamic bird art contest is the largest in South Texas. We invite artists and photographers from Laredo and the surrounding counties of Zapata, Star, LaSalle, Duval, Jim Hogg, and Dimmitt to please submit their pieces. This event aims to highlight and host the artwork and photos of as many students and community members as possible, and showcase their artistic renditions of hundreds of species of dazzling birds that can be found in our local Rio Grande ecosystem. Some birds migrate as far away as Canada and the central tropics, which is why, again, Laredo can be considered one of the birdiest hotspots in the country. The deadline to submit, which I'm sure many artists are excited to hear, was extended until next Thursday, January 23rd. However, I do want to note that we will be accepting drop-offs this Saturday, January 20th, next Wednesday, January 22nd, and next Thursday, January 23rd at the Laredo Center for the Arts, which is located on 500 San Agustin Avenue. We're accepting submissions for 2D, 3D sculpture, and photography from all age groups. To give you context, last year we had over 260 submissions. Our highest number of submissions come from our students and from our youth, and it's a great opportunity to celebrate their artistic renditions, the beauty of the submissions that they're able to submit to us, and again, it's a great event. So, and finally, we'll be hosting our 13th annual art exhibition on Thursday, February 6, 2025 at the Laredo Center for the Arts from 6 to 8 p.m. This event will then run for 2 weeks and close on Saturday, February 22nd. So if you're not able to join us that evening, we will be running that exhibition for following 2 weeks. And again, it's a great opportunity for families and community members to come by and to celebrate, and of course, to be a part of this amazing process. So again, we invite the community to join us and celebrate our artists' accomplishments, and we hope to see everyone there. And please, if anyone has any questions regarding this contest, you can contact the RISC office at 956-718-1063. Thank you, and we hope to see all the art and photographs being submitted.
Thank you, Ashley. She helps so much with adding that creative and artistic component to such a beautiful and unique festival every year. I want to give a few words on behalf of Joel Vasquez. He's not here with us today, unfortunately, from the Centers Bureau. He's in an emergency meeting given the future cold and low temperatures that are coming up, so thank you. But I do want to bring to the podium Mr. Nick Benavides and Jerry Vargas to say a few words. They are just a few of the ranchers that we collaborate with them to have very unique experiences in such a boutique festival. Thank you, Mr. Vargas.
Hello, good morning. I'm one of the ranchers that was asked by Montemucho about 5 years ago to go see birds, and at the time I had no clue of birding. When they asked me, I said, all I have at the ranch is quail, doves, and roadrunners. And they kind of giggled and said, we beg to differ. So we ventured out, and I noticed that they opened up my whole world on the birding. What we've done in the past 4 years is make trails, put up bird feeders, build bridges, feeding stations, and we've learned how to manage the property better for the birding community. And if it wasn't for Montemucho coming over and opening my world to this birding, I would have never ventured out into this aspect of it. From it, if people from all over the country, they come over and they're here and they see the birds, not only are they seeing the birds, but the property that we actually purchased 6 years ago came with some very special historic sites on it. In here, it was the Dolores settlement, and it was established in 1750, and the buildings are still there. Not a lot of people know about it, but when people from all over the country come over and they take pictures, they want to know, why haven't you restored them? Why haven't you? Well, it was under private property for a long time. But needless to say, we're working on that. And aside from the buildings and the birding and the property, I just really want to give a real big thank you to Montemucho for actually even, asking us to be a ranch to host for 3 days of the birding festival. We have learned a lot from that, and we've noticed that people from all over the country, their world is blown with what it looks like. It doesn't look like South Texas when you're there. So whoever has gone to the ranch, you see these big ravines, you see the river, the scenic views, the historic buildings. Not only that, birds that you can only see in this area. So basically, I want to give a big thank you to Montemucho and a big successful coming LBF festival this season for sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vargas, for sharing your wonderful experience of connecting and bridging these beautiful worlds, right? The birding, conservation, and the pride of living here by the Rio Grande. I want to bring to the podium Mr. Nick Benavides, another rancher that collaborates with us. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to be here at this morning's festival announcement. This journey for me started 17 years ago with Images for Conservation Pro-Am photo tournament. That's how I got involved in it. This actually started, it was a partnership with a private conservation group out of the valley that did actually photo tournaments, and they partnered with the city of Laredo, and that's how we started, and that's how we got involved, and that's kind of really what started the whole process. We ended up going on to win the tournament in 2008, and that's the book cover of that tournament. We ended up getting the book, and then right after that, when Images approached the city, it was a private-public partnership. And they were going to go ahead, and the following year, that's when birding would come along, and that's they came and they actually helped run it the first year with the city in conjunction with city and Convention and Visitors Bureau. It all started, it was used in different areas because the city ran it for the first 3 years right after Images helped them, and then from there it went on to RISC, and RISC has been managing, and they've done RISC and Montemucho has been a partnership between them, and they've done an incredible job of running the photo tournament and the birding, and even there's other ranches that have come out from this that offer photography. We offer photography. That there's Butch Ramirez up in Ensenada, who's he's very involved, and he's been involved from the inception too. He's an incredible wildlife photographer, and he has birding photography on his ranch, which a lot of the birders that come, and we met people that come from all over the world to the ranch. It's really put Laredo on the map. I mean, the valley is kind of, they've been in birding for the last 40, 50 years. They're kind of way ahead of us. They've got state birding centers that they offer, but with this partnership with all the different groups that have been involved, I mean, we've done a great job, and Montemucho has done an incredible job over the last 13 years. Tricia, my hat's off. She's always puts a great group, a great leadership of bringing. And Jerry, he's said it exactly right. I mean, we get to go on, the Killam Ranch. There's a lot of big ranchers that are involved that there wouldn't be other opportunities for the public sector to go on to these private. I mean, it's just, it's off limits, So this has really opened up the door for us, and same thing, it's been a big learning process. Same thing, when I started, I was more quail, and just like to reiterate with what Jerry said, but we realized, and through the photo tournament, all the species, I mean, we're blessed where we live, being so close to the Rio Grande River. These are natural flyways, migratories, and we can't take this for granted. We got to continue to protect, preserve these areas. I mean, they're jewels for Laredo, and you'll see it, Councilman you know, the Zacate Creek, the Rio Grande. I mean, there's a lot going on here in the next couple of years, you know, that we really, you know, identify and protect. I mean, I remember, because I've worked on Zacate Creek for the last 30 years, and I remember being over there in January, February, and there was an Amazon kingfisher down there, and there was people that, you know, they have their blogs, and people drove overnight to come down to get down here to see the kingfisher on the banks of the Zacate Creek, and they came all night, you know, just to see that one bird species. And that's how it's really important. But, you know, we have to just continue. Everybody's done an incredible job. Continue to forge forward. I'm looking forward to a great birding festival this year. Look forward to hosting. I've been blessed to host everyone on the ranch, you know, on these different dates, and always that door's open. It's a learning experience for us, and we continue to grow, and thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Benavides, for sharing those powerful words. Sometimes we forget how fortunate we are to be so close to the Rio Grande and the lifeline that it really is for us. Now I'd like to bring to the podium Mr. Council Member Rick Garza from District 4 to say a few words.
Thank you all. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
We have, what a great day. I learn something every day. I have three dogs at home, and one of the things that I learned is they take advantage of the heat whenever they can. I was sunning right now, kind of like my dogs do right now. They're all sitting around and absorbing some sun because I got cold standing over there. One of my earliest recollections of, and by the way, these beautiful redheads over here, really personify what this area looks like. We were talking right now as a family of parrots that have been here for the longest time. As an ex-school board member at LISD, we used to have a family of parrots there at the school board, at our main boardroom. And when you grow up in this neighborhood, education about birding is not necessarily there. The value that you all bring here, thank you all for doing that. The world that opens up for the kids around this area is unlimited when you do this kind of things. My earliest recollection of birding happened to me for the first time in 2012 when the Max Mandel Golf Course was going to open up. I ran into an elderly couple that were, I think, from North Dakota that were down here. And a friend of mine who owns the ranch next door invited them over and asked them what they were doing. And we carried on a whole conversation. I think one of them was a retired professor. Maybe that's why he kept me engaged for about 2 hours, telling me how the prized possession for him was to come all the way down here and look at a crowned sparrow. And for me, and for somebody that's not in this world, you just don't know the value of that. For that gentleman, he opened up that world for me, and I couldn't wait to see the same thing. He told us about the hawks in this area, the red dove, or red-headed dove, and he just went on and on and on and on and on. So I want to congratulate you all to the level that it was back then to where you are right now. Montemucho, Trish at Rio Grande, at Risk, everybody that's involved in this Audubon spectacular festival, the birding festival. I want to thank you for bringing it and taking it to where it is right now. A lot of people don't understand sometimes the value of these festivals, economic impact, which is not as sexy as watching and doing what you're doing, because that's the value of it. But what it brings to the city is ecotourism and everything that goes along with it. All the people that stay here at our hotels, the restaurants, everything, the economic impact that it has. So being in this partnership with all of you all, I couldn't be prouder to be there, and count on my support from this point on to continue to push this narrative for the kids, especially in this area, wonderful District 4, to try and open up this world for them, because a lot of people do not have that opportunity. They don't know that we take for granted everything that's flying above us and everything that goes on around Zacate Creek, like Nick was saying. So I just want to thank you, but people have to understand that people from all over the world, like Nick was saying, Japan, Australia, Canada, all over the United States, these are people that get exposed to what the lifestyle that we have down here, and the wonderful people that we have down here, and the wonderful ranchers that we have down here. So I want to thank you once again, and I want to welcome everybody to the Laredo Birding Festival, and I want to make sure that everything that is needed to make sure that you are accommodated for such an event is done well. So I want to congratulate you again and how far you've come and how the future looks very bright for you all. And anytime that you have something like this going on, please include me. I want to be part of this, the growth and the continued expansion of this program. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Councilmember Garza, for your words, support, and commitment to conservation in District 4 and beyond. I want to thank everyone involved in the planning of the 13th Annual Laredo Birding Festival and the community members who continue to support and enrich the event, deepening partnerships with ranchers, with businesses, expanding educational initiatives, and positioning Webb County as a premier destination for bird watching and conservation. Thank you all. At this time, does anybody have any questions? The Laredo Birding Festival will be Wednesday, February 5th through Saturday, the 8th. You can register at laredobirdingfestival.com. Thank you.